Hello, welcome to the Night Radio and Television Station. Here comes the latest updates. According to the information from the Plant Protection Department, Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, in order to promote fruit exports from Vietnam to the U.S., the U.S. Department of Agriculture recently specially sent experts to Vietnam to supervise fruit exports. Vietnam currently has 6 types of fruits that are allowed to be exported to the U.S. market, including dragon fruit, rambutan, longan, lychee, breast milk, and mango. From March 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic was complicated, the U.S. asked local employees to return to their home countries, including employees of the Plant and Animal Quarantine Agency. In order to facilitate the export of fruit to the U.S. market, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has specifically agreed to send a plant quarantine specialist back to Vietnam to work. In the immediate future, U.S. Embassy officials will supervise the handling of fresh fruits from this week, and the export of fruits to the U.S. will be normal again. To welcome the wave of investment shifts, Vietnamese supporting industry enterprises are making efforts to upgrade to participate in the supply of raw materials for the global production chain. Despite the impact from the pandemic, foreign direct investment into Vietnam still recorded positive signals. In the first 7 months of this year, Vietnam attracted more than 18.8 billion USD of FDI. Those countries with a large number of projects and a large amount of capital are Korea, Japan, Europe, and Singapore. Experts say that to have the opportunity to join the global value chain, first of all, Vietnamese supporting industry enterprises must actively improve their capacity and production processes. Although the COVID-19 pandemic is still complicated globally, in this August, Dom Nai export turnovers has increased by more than 10% compared to the previous month. Many businesses in the province are continuing to make efforts to find contracts and increase capacity to increase revenue, creating jobs for the workers. According to Dom Nai Statistics Office, in August 2020, Dom Nai Enterprises exported nearly 1.7 billion USD, up 150 million USD compared to the previous month. Dom Nai exports a lot of items to more than 170 countries and territories, with more than 40 items with a large export turnover, a few hundred million USD per year or more. In the group of 5 key export items, 3 items exceeded the threshold of 1 billion USD or footwear, textiles, machinery, tools, and spare parts. Also, according to the Statistics Office, Dom Nai's export turnover in the first 8 months of this year is estimated to have 5 items increasing higher than the same period last year, including coffee, paper, wood products, computers, electronic products, flexible components, machinery, equipment, and spare parts. Although the COVID-19 pandemic is still complicated, the latest data from WHO shows that the speed of the pandemic is decreasing in most regions, especially in the Americas. According to WHO, except for the Southeast Asia and the Eastern Mediterranean, the other regions recorded a decline in new infections. The Americas continue to be the worst affected region, with new infections and deaths recorded in the past week, accounting for 50% and 62% of the world's total cases and deaths respectively. However, the regions recorded a stronger decline in new infections and deaths, with a decline of 11% and 17% respectively compared to the previous week. In Europe, the spread of COVID-19 decreased slightly, down 1% compared to the previous week. The number of new deaths decreased by 12% compared to last week. WHO Director of Africa Matshidiso Moeti said on August the 25th that Africa's COVID-19 pandemic peak may be over, but we should not be negligent. We should look at the lesson of Spain when the country is experiencing the second wave of the pandemic. Data from the African Center for Disease Control and Prevention shows that over the past 2 weeks, the average number of cases per day has decreased from 12,000 to less than 10,000 per day. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas said on August the 25th that the region would not achieve peace if it ignored the Palestinians when moving towards the normalization of relations between Arab states and Israel. Speaking during a meeting with British Foreign Minister Dominic Raab in the West Bank city of Ramallah, Mr. Abbas said the implementation of international resolutions relating to the cause of the Palestinians and the 2002 Arab Peace Initiative is the only solution to creating peace. According to him, this means that any regional peace deal with Israel would not be possible if the Palestinians were not the first to side. In a joint statement issued after the meeting with Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Ishi, Foreign Minister Raab said that Israel has postponed its plan to merge with the West Bank, so it is a good time to restore dialogue between Palestine and Israel. That's the end of the news for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.